As Ted Cruz campaigns in Iowa, his rival, Donald Trump, is still questioning the senator's birthplace. The billionaire says Cruz should ask a judge whether he's eligible to run for president.
And now some top Republicans are siding with Trump. These attacks come just 25 days before the Iowa caucuses, a state where Cruz is coming out on top of the polls.
John Dickerson joins us now from Washington. John, you spoke with Trump last month, and he said that he would only bring up the birther issue if he and Cruz were the final two candidates standing. Well, the birther debate has been brought up now. So what do you think this means? I mean, do you think this means that he's feeling the pressure?
Yes, it's congratulations, Senator Cruz. You're now in the final two. He is now close enough to Donald Trump that Trump, who usually is a counterpuncher, who responds only when hit, is going after Cruz here, not in a direct way. We know what his direct attacks look like. But this is a more subtle question raising, which kind of is the attempt here is to raise doubts about Cruz, kind of tie him down. And so it's not direct, but it's definitely not an act of love.
So let me ask you about the notion of a Trump alternative emerging. Does it appear Ted Cruz could be it? Or as you look at this field, is it still, for the rest of the candidates, other than Donald Trump, still anyone's game at this point, so to speak?
Well, the shape of the race as it stands right now is that it will probably be Donald Trump and a Trump alternative. The question is, will that alternative be a grassroots alternative like Ted Cruz, who has support from the party's base, from voters who are so disappointed with the establishment in Washington? Or will the anti-Trump candidate be somebody who is more palatable to the kind of mainstream Republicans, somebody like Marco Rubio or Chris Christie or Jeb Bush? We don't know how that's going to play out yet. But the shape of it is probably a Trump and an anti-Trump, and we may not know well into March.
All right. Well, considering that, we've got another Republican debate coming up a week from tonight. Who needs to make an impact? Who needs to step up their performance?
I think probably one of the quote unquote establishment candidates, and that's a bit of a misnomer, but the candidates who are in that portion of the competition that is not the Donald Trump and Ted Cruz portion. So Bush, Rubio, Kasich to some extent, have to, and Christie have to do something that helps them rise above the others. Because the problem for people who are worried about Ted Cruz or Donald Trump is that there is not a single candidate around whom they can coalesce. And as a result, all the votes that might go to the non-Trump or Cruz candidate get split among a variety of different candidates. And in order to present an actual real challenger here, there needs to be a single horse to ride. And so in the debate, somebody needs to kind of rise up out of that pack.
All right, John Dickerson, thank you.
Sure thing.